Good afternoon, everyone. Curry College Chief Weather Forecaster Joe Shaka here. Take a look at the GFS temperatures next 5 days with the cold continuing to come into the northeast here. Well, we have this major heat wave coming into the plains. Widespread 90s and 100s. Just took a look at the New European Pier in Rapid City. May get to 100, 304 degrees over the next couple of days. So you can see here how that looks in the 5-day mean. Temperatures 7 to 10, 11 degrees Celsius above normal for the 5-day period. Again, the continued cold and east may snow tonight in parts of central and northern New York State here. Some of the modeling has an inch of snow up there. But again, the cool to rule in the northeast for the next week or so. But we're going to see things begin to change across the hemisphere. We'll take a look at that in just a little bit. Here's how it looks here at 500 millibars. Days 0 through 5, you can see the big trough here in the east. That's going to give the hail and grapple today, the northeast, as this trough comes in and rotates around with the spoke of energy. The big ridge up over the plains and the trough here in the west. So there's the days 0 through 5, 500 millibar pattern. As we continue to look out, here's days 5 to 10. Now, this is when the pattern begins to change. There's not as much cold in the northeast. It's being eroded, especially days 8 through 10. But the front 3 days, days 5 through 8, it's still cold here. So it's cold enough to offset the period. So the average is still colder, even though we'll warm up towards the end of the period. And here's the cold now coming into the west, and still the heat in the plains. And that's going to now head east after that. Days 5 through 10, Heightfield, you can see the trough here coming into the west. The trough leaving the northeast and the ridge coming in behind. Here's how it looks at days 11 through 15, 11 through 16 actually. There we are. That's what we've been looking for. Widespread heat. A lot of heat coming into the lower 48. Days 11 through 16 after the 19th of June. And then this is going to last for quite some time. And here's how it looks at 500 millibars. And what should happen is this trough will probably be deeper here. This ridge will be probably a little bit more expansive, but this is a very, very warm pattern to end out the month of June. Even though in the northeast it's been a relatively cool June, the first 19, 20 days of the month will probably be cooler than normal, and then the last 10 days are going to be really warmer than normal as, again, the heat that comes in is going to overwhelm the pattern. It will be able to offset the first 20 days of the month. Canadian looks like this, again, very similar to the GEFS, days 0 through 5 with the cool in the northeast. I have to zoom in on these so I can see them a little bit from farther away. Here's the Heightfield. It's very similar to the GFS with the ridge here and the whole pattern of setup there. Days 5 through 10 temperatures. A little bit warmer there, you can see, especially in the northeast, which is, again, what I said, that this period, especially as we get close to days 8 through 10, may be a little bit warmer. That will begin to offset the days 5 through 10. And then you can see the cold really taking hold in the west. And then days 5 through 10, Heightfield look like this. Trough, ridge is coming, trough, ridge here, trough here, ridge, and then the trough will be lifting out. So again, the GFS and the Canadian very much in agreement with this time period. And then days 11 through 16, look at that, right over the Great Lakes and Northeast, 4 to 6 C above 4 to 6, 7 C above normal. Days 11 through 16, there's probably going to be a couple days in here, 1-day periods that are going to be over 8 C above normal, and there's going to be a big heat wave that gets going here to wrap up the month of June. And you can see the west there continuing to be cooler than normal. And here's how it looks at 500 millibars, the 18,000 feet, the monster ridge right over the Great Lakes and Northeast. There'll be a trough here, and there'll be a ridge sitting out here, and this trough here will probably be a little bit deeper here. But this is the pattern that we've been looking for, and it's going to sustain itself for quite some time, especially looking at the weeklies that came out Monday. Keep this through right through week 6. So the next several weeks, once we get through this period to about the 20th of June, it's going to be really, really warm. And I like the way that's going to go because that's obviously what I've had for the summer forecast for the last couple months, that Northeast and Great Lakes will get really, really warm. And that seems to be going to what we've had. Here's a look at the European, the days 11 through 15. No problem with that at all. Matching the other two models. Then here we are, European, the 22nd. Just a monster ridge across much of the U.S. This will probably be a trough here. And the ridge you could obviously see there over much of the eastern half of the United States. So again, this is a very, very warm pattern that's coming. So hold on. Next 10 days, lovers of summer, your pattern is coming. Thank you for watching.